We passed through the fridge briefly when we were trying to get back to Sanctuary. We got the vault symbol on the right and one on the left up here, but other than that, we just ran through, which we would do now if it wasn't for all these rats. But we're heading in the direction that we went last time. And when we get up here, if we went straight on through, we would reach the exit. I'm pausing here because near the first double doors on the left ahead is where a breaker box is located, which we will want to come to later. I'm using a level 21 Thunderball's Fist on these Crystalisks. And while they're immune to elemental attacks, the Thunderball Fist creates an explosion which breaks up their crystals. It's very effective against them. It's pretty effective against most critters. Right now we're going around and we're picking up the flowers for Lainey. And they're just around the edges of this frozen river here. Then we go over and get the pizza for the same mission. And we get all but one right here. The last one you have to drop down off the ledge where I'm going to right now. And it's just on the other side of that chest that we saw out there. A little mop-up action here. And there it is. Now we have to find some girly magazines. I guess because Lainey likes girly magazines. So two of them are here, and one is up the ladder where you go to find Lainey. Now there's a challenge here where you either kill Lainey before her 7 dwarfs, or you kill the dwarfs first without killing her. And since she comes out first, I'm going to get her first and then the dwarfs. Later we're going to do a save, quit, continue and do a farming run which takes us right by this place, and that time we will kill the dwarfs first and then Lainey, and we will get both sides of the challenge. And this is where the dwarfs live, and I guess Lainey too, in that little area. Now there's a mission that a Goliath drops that we haven't come across yet, so now I'm just roaming around kind of watching for that Goliath and also giving Death Trap a chance to recharge. And there he is. That little box he just dropped there. So now we were into the Note for Self Person mission. I haven't done these missions for a long time because they're not my favorites. And so I hesitate every now and then, trying to get my memory back. The weapon I'm using here is around a level 20 Kerblaster. I've also used the Caustic Infinity pistol, also around level 20, and the Thunderball fist. And the grenade I'm throwing there is the lobbed Pandemic. I prefer the homing Pandemic, but this one is a higher level and much more powerful. The only difference is it doesn't seek out the enemy before it explodes, but once it explodes, then the individual little grenades seek out enemies, so you don't lose much. I usually clip out stuff like this to speed things up, but for some reason my video editor crashes every time I try to clip this out, so just whistle a merry tune and it'll be over in a second. Because I haven't done this mission in a while, I had forgotten exactly when Smash Head comes out. There he is. He's got a very powerful weapon that almost killed me, but I've got a powerful weapon that killed him. Unfortunately, I forgot that you're supposed to kill him without killing his merry midgets that sit on his head as part of a challenge, but he didn't drop his legendary Sledge's shotgun, so we will be farming this area later and we can do the challenge then, assuming I can remember that long. We've got another challenge coming up called Frozen in Time. I thought it was supposed to be a little rat guy, but whoever it is, he's frozen in a room that you can't get into. Trying to clean up the area so nobody's sneaking up on me while I'm doing my work. That was an echo. Okay, here we go. I'm turning around in circles just to try to lose you. But you have to climb up to this little window. There's a fast travel machine, but it's frozen over. So we break that out. Now, if you have a fire grenade, which you can throw through that window, it will melt the ice around the trapped individual and you don't have to go in there. You don't have to do what I'm about to do, which is I've taken off my shield and dropped a grenade, but it hardly made a dent in my health. So I know that a pandemic uh, grenade will pretty much wipe me out, so I'm going to try with that. And sure enough, that didn't take long. So the idea is I die, and because I freed up that rematerialization machine in there, that's where I'm going to come back. And then I just go around and smash the frozen figures till I find the right one. It doesn't exactly bring him back, so I'm not sure what the point of this is. Just smashes him into pieces. And that's him. He didn't look like a rat, but there's challenge complete. I sure hope this wasn't a door I could have got through before. I think it was iced over or something. It's going to be embarrassing if that was there the whole time. We have reached the Rack Cave, and there's Rackman, cape and all. Wonder who he's at takeoff on. And the weapon he drops is a gunnerang, not a batarang, but a gunnerang. It's a pretty worthless weapon, but we will come back and farm for it. So now we'll reboot and go back and get Laney's dwarfs first, and farm Smash Head and also farm Rackman. Getting the dwarfs first is a little trickier because, as you can see, Laney took my shield down and my health down pretty low very quickly. And she comes out before they do, so you have to try to stay away from her until the dwarfs come out. And there we got our first dwarf. Oh, dwarfies. Now, I can't use the Curblaster to get that one, or even the Thunderball Fist without killing her, so from now on I'll be using a sniper rifle. Those things move fast. I'm not really that bad a shot. She got me again. Okay, so I really am a bad shot. But the challenge is complete. Now I can just erode her. Then the door opens and you can go get the blah blah loot that's in there. I don't know why I'm fooling around with these guys, because as usual you can just run right by them if you want to. I'll come to my senses here in a minute. Now I have to wait for a death trap to die down, because I don't want him killing the merry midgets before I kill Smashhead this time. I'll be using a sniper rifle to again limit the splash damage. And he's got a really powerful weapon. It's already removed my shields. So it used to be that he would come in here after you, and as he turns around to leave, you could shoot him in the back. But for some reason, he's not following me in this time. I just have to be real careful when I snipe him, not to hit his little friends. The good thing is that they're trying to throw hatchets at me or whatever, and they're not getting in here. They're hitting the door frame. There you go, challenge complete. And all the challenges for the fridge are complete. Well, I've had long farming runs and short farming runs, and I prefer the short ones. Of course, that doesn't show you much, but if I had to farm him again, I would run through the same way as last time. Although there may be a shorter way, but I had to farm, or I had to do the laning challenge first. But if I came again, I might look for another entry. We've still got Rackman coming up. He drops a very worthless weapon, which is the gunner ring. But for the sake of completeness, I'm taking a stab at him. Try out the new Sledge's shotgun. I am not a fan of shotguns, and this is why. They wouldn't be taking these liberties with me if I had my Caustic Infinity equipped, or even my Thunderball Fist, or the Kerr Blaster. So I'm afraid this one is going in the attic. Back to the rat cave. All right. First time again. Spare me the agony of making a bunch of runs at a weapon I know I'm not going to keep. So we've finished all the farming, we finished all the challenges. We've got one mission left here in the fridge. And that would be, let's see, here's that gunnerang I'm trying out. And it goes like a grenade when you reload. But this one's even worse because it comes back like a boomerang. And it won't kill the enemies to start with. It'll only kill them when it's coming back to you, but it looks more like it killed me. So both those weapons I end up dead. They're supposed to be on my side. Okay, I assume everybody knows where the little electrified room is. There's not much loot in it, but just for the sake of this being an unusual situation, there are 3 breaker boxes, any of which can unlock it. And my streak is alive because I hit it on the first one. We'll go back to make sure that that's all it took was 1. And there it is. Wow. Well worth the effort. And since I was fighting people last time, and that tends to obscure things, I'll run it one more time without all the confusion. And there it is. The next one, you know, earlier I paused and showed how on the first trip out to the fridge, we were just running straight through. And so we're going to go where we paused before, and I said there was a breaker box there. It's just on the other side of these containers here, where the first double doors on your left are, and it's to the left of them. So it was already red, which is only one of them has to be green. And the quickest way to get to the next one is to come down here, if you don't mind dealing with the critters. I like it. And you run up here and those stairs take you right to it. And you go up some more, and that's where the room will be. Shorty is just right up the head here, and swallowed by sinkhole. And so I freed him with the shock weapon for extra credit. And here he is, and I killed him. So It's a pretty short mission. If you don't get him right there, then there's a big area out there that goes around in a circle and has all kinds of critters to fight. But we're done.